Hello and welcome to Level Up IAS and welcome back to 10 Minute Series. Today we're going to finish the part 2 of the role of women in the Constituent Assembly. So let's begin. Begum Azaz Rasool. She was the only Muslim women member in the Constituent Assembly. She formally gave up the Parda in 1937 when she won her first election from the non-reserved seat and became a member of the Uttar Pradesh Legislative Council. During the advisory committee meeting, she said, "To my mind, reservation is a self-destructive weapon which separates the minorities from the majority for all time. It gives no chance to the minorities to win the goodwill of the majority. It keeps us the spirit of separatism and communalism alive, which should be done away once and for all." She was elected to the Rajya Sabha in 1952 and was a member of the Uttar Pradesh Legislative Assembly from 1969 to 1990. She also significantly contributed to popularizing women's hockey. She was the president of the Indian Women Hockey Federation for 20 years and was also president of the Asian Women's Hockey Federation. She authored the book 3 Weeks in Japan. Her autobiography is titled From Parda to Parliament: A Muslim Woman in Indian Politics. Kamla Chaudhary. She was also a celebrated fiction writer, and her stories usually dealt with women's inner worlds or the emergence of India as a modern nation. She actively participated in the civil disobedience movement of the 1930s. She was a member of the Constituent Assembly, and after the constitution was adopted, she served as a member of the provincial government of India till 1952. Purnima Banerjee. She was the younger sister of famous freedom fighter, educator, and activist Aruna Asaf Ali. She was the secretary of the Indian National Congress Committee in Allahabad. One of the more striking aspects of Purnima Banerjee's speeches in the Constituent Assembly was her steadfast commitment to a socialist ideology. Amrit Kaur. She was elected to the Constituent Assembly from the United Provinces. She became the first woman to hold a cabinet position in India as Health Minister. The All India Women's Conference Centre, the Lady Irwin College in Delhi, and All India Institute of Medical Sciences are few of the reputed organizations that owe their existence to her. The New York Times called her as a princess in her nation's service. Sucheta Kriplani. She established the women's wing of the Congress Party in 1940. She is especially remembered for her role in the Quit India movement of 1942. She sang Vande Mataram in the independence session of the Constituent Assembly. She was also India's first women chief minister. Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. She was the sister of India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. The first women cabinet minister in the British era, she was one of the first leaders to call for an Indian Constituent Assembly to frame a constitution. In September 1953, she was appointed as the first woman and the first Asian to be selected president of the UN General Assembly. With this, we have finished the part 2. I hope you are liking the series. Do subscribe to the Level Up YouTube channel, and thank you.